You know, I do this to myself every single year. I start these with all good intentions, try to record them the same day the anime airs, and there I am a week later, and I've only done 12 episodes. But what are 12 episodes? There's been some real highlights, and as you'll see today, some real lowlights as well. So join me as I look at 4 more new shows airing this season, because this is the 2018 Spring Anime Preview, from a different perspective. There are very few anime characters who are more recognisable than the star of our first series today. His distinctive combination of jacket, shirt and tie have even become the trademark of another anime director, not primarily associated with a character. I am of course talking about Lupin III, and his new anime series airing Lupin III Part 5. But don't worry about not having seen any of the previous series. Like anything in a Lupin continuity, as long as you understand who the main few characters are, you can enter almost any point. Though despite not being a great movie in its own right, I'm not sure Castle of Cagliostro is a great example, as it's not very typical for a Lupin storyline. Before I go off on some ramble, I guess I should talk about the major players. As I already said, the main guy is Arsène Lupin III, a genius thief and one of the quickest thinking masterminds there are. A master of disguise and is always looking for a next precious object to steal. Lupin's only real weakness is beautiful women. More than one time has his genius plans been foiled by a beautiful lady. Usually one particular lady, but more about her later. He's usually joined by his colleague and master sharpshooter, Daisuke Jigen. He's a loyal man through and through. Usually with Lupin and Jigen, but not always as a master sharp swordsman, Goemon Ishikawa XIII. I say usually, as sometimes sees Lupin as a fool who isn't worth helping. The source of Lupin's trouble usually comes in the form of the ultimate femme fatale, Fujiko Mine. Another thief, Fujiko isn't truly an ally of anyone, except herself. She will help Lupin when it profits her to help him, but we usually just lead him on and only stab him in the back when it suits her. On the opposite side of a coin to Lupin, we have the eternal rival, Koichi Zenigata. He's a police inspector working for Interpol, and is chasing after Lupin like Team Rocket chases after Pikachu. And whilst he doesn't blast off in the same way, he has about the same level of success. Regardless, there's a level of respect between the pair, and have saved each other on occasions. The new series of Lupin III, Part 5 in this case, brings the series straight up to a modern age, introducing social media, the darknet, hacking, and even cryptocurrency into a classic series of cops and robbers. The new technology really fits into a series as it was always meant to be there. And it also poses a problem for Lupin, since how is a notorious criminal going to do stuff to his faces plastered all over the internet, like a file from Cambridge Analytica? I enjoyed the first episode of Part 5. Lupin III is a series that does show its age, but it never seems to grow old. It's got an eternally watchable set of characters, and I'll be watching them this time as well. And if you want to, you can check them out over at Crunchyroll. Is it me, or is the number of shoujo manga adaptations we're getting each season going down and down? Maybe it's that a lot of female-oriented anime are moving away from a traditional adaptation and more into the fujoshi bait and male idol shows. So imagine my delight when I see a really interesting looking shoujo series on the upcoming anime chart in the form of 3D Kanojo, Real Girl. Real Girl is an anime about a geeky guy called Hikari Susi, or Sun for short. He's pretty much a standard anime otaku geek, except when he's given a lead guy in a shoujo series. He's not portrayed as an ugly pervert. He's running late for school for the first time, when he's caught by and punished by a teacher. He's told to clean a pool and is accompanied by the other person caught for being late, the bad girl of the school, Iraha Igarashi. And if your shoujo sense is already going off, then you're right. The main romantic pairing of the show is obviously going to be Sun and Iraha. But why would a geek and a bad girl get together? Iraha doesn't exactly have a best reputation in the school. She's seemingly moving from guy to guy, forming relationships with him, and is seen as an easy girl to get with, and so is hated by the other girls. But also looked down on by the guys as well. After a rather bad first encounter, where she says some random stuff to him about his hair, and then they fall into a pool. And also, rather than protecting her modesty, she just starts stripping off to wring off her clothing. I think rather than being easy, she's just a bit unguarded. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil the entire episode, but Susan does indeed eventually get out and go out with Iraha and start going out. There's a bit of otaku fantasy girl going on here, but I'm not sure if it's a real problem, it's just one we see looking at the plot from the outside. Sure, Iraha is kind of unbelievable and awesome. I've seen it described as a pixie dust. But surely that's why we watch anime, really. For the unbelievable and the awesome. It's interesting that they come up with a couple in episode 1, actually. It does make me wonder what we have coming in later episodes. There is a thread that looks like we'll explore towards the end of the episode, but other than that, it could be just them getting to know each other, or getting accepted by their peers. Now, this will be an interesting series, and it could go in any number of different directions. It's one I'm more interested in now than I was before. If you're interested in it too, you can check it out on High Dive. We've finally reached it. We've finally reached a pinnacle of everything that anime has been building to in the last 10 years or so. We've finally reached rock bottom. Welcome to Alice or Alice. Alice or Alice is another anime short, focusing on our main character, a guy known only as older brother. And if that isn't enough to raise suspicion on the show, then the image of a pair of scantily clad twins sleeping in sexy nightwear without covers, camera angle set somewhere between very low and rear view. There's a TV style bit where Risu, one in a red bow, tries to wake up Irie, the one in the blue bow, in any kind of way possible. She tries calling a name. She tries messing with her face. She tries looking at her sister's panties, and finally succeeds in waking up by groping her breasts. Ah yes, the old panting breast grope wake-up alarm. I know it well. And the main thing about these two perfectly innocent and cute twins is that they love their big brother. And that big brother is you. Because let's face it, that's what this show is. It's 3 minutes of softcore masturbatory aid for people who should be on some kind of register. I know there are a lot of people who do like this little sister type show. There has to, since they keep churning them out. This one's a little more blatant than the rest. Please, do yourself a favour and steer well clear of this one. If you do find yourself with the urge to watch some sexualised little girls crawling all over you in sexy nightwear, get help. And don't watch this on High Dive. I do like a good love story in anime. And so when I see a title like Tada Never Falls in Love, I take it as both a good sign and a bit of an obvious plot point, since we know the title is a lie. Now if it said Tada-kun is always listless, it would be a different show, and believable. But Never Falling in Love? That's the thing, will not hold water, and indeed, by the end of the first episode, it's almost certain that it's already been proven false. The Tada in question is one Mitsuyoshi Tada, a second-year high school student who is very interested in photography. In fact, you'd be forgiven for thinking this isn't an anime about taking cool photos, as the first bit of the episode has Tada wandering around a beautiful castle, taking wonderful photos with a nice camera. This is where he first meets our heroine Teresa Wagner, a blonde foreigner wandering around also taking photos. She asks him to take her photo and he does so with his own camera, due to hers running out of battery. They run into each other again later as she's trying to escape the rain whilst playing with a cat. Turns out she got separated from her travel companion and is exploring rather than trying to find her. She went sightseeing. Well, that's exactly what you do when you're lost, isn't it? This is so far the most straightforward romance in the anime season so far. Unlike in Real Girl, it's not an otaku meets girl series. It's more of a traditional boy meets girl series. Or it would be, if Teresa was any kind of normal girl. But as is heavily implied in the opening, she appears to be some kind of princess, or at least a rich girl, from a place in Europe called Larsenberg. Her travelling partner is blatantly a bodyguard, or lady in waiting, and who knows why she suddenly moved to Japan. But what is certain is she is your standard foreign Japanophile. She loves the country, especially with samurai dramas, Rainbow Samurai being her favourite. The side characters could be where the real interest lies. Led by Teresa's bodyguard Alec, they're a very interesting bunch. Alec looks to be quite serious, but there is a hint of a different side to her. She's probably going to end up being best girl. We also have Tada's best friend Kaoru. He most definitely plays the butt of a joke, being a buffoon to everyone else. He sees himself as a god's gift to pretty much everything really, but in reality he's probably just a lovable loser with a lot to offer. I do look forward to seeing him grow into a love story. If you want to join me, you can find Tada-kun on a high dive. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? I definitely enjoyed myself. Well, with one exception. What about you? Did you enjoy yourself? What series are you looking forward to? What series are you enjoying so far? Let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.